Okay, okay. Now, there's four games that keep my attention. And the reason why they keep my attention is because the players, the modders, they keep these platforms alive. They keep the platforms fresh by adding in more and more things that more and more content that the original developers um, haven't done. And I'm gonna give you some examples. Okay, The Sims. I first started messing with The Sims in the late '80s, and it was just briefly, just a little bit. I played it a couple times, but I wanted to play it more. But I was growing up, doing my thing, running the streets, and just growing up. Period. Um, then I got back with it, and when I got back with it, it was like, man, I had to have like three or four different, three or four different games. Like when I started playing the busting Sims busting out, then I wanted to play the Herbs. Then I wanted to play Bon Voyage. You know what I'm saying? Like basically back to back. Um, it was some time in between because of life, but still. And then I came across Grand Theft Auto. Now, let me go back to The Sims. The thing with The Sims is, even now in 2020, a modder that creates content, creator content for Second Life, came up with an open world expansion mod, expansion pack, a mod pack, whatever. And it's like the first time that's ever happened as far as being an open world for the Sims game. Now, the Sims used to have an online version for multiplayer. I'm still trying to figure out what that's all about. I just got interested in that, I would say within the last couple of months, because I kept seeing advertisements for it. But it's one of those things where The Sims has been around for a long time, and they're not getting old. All right. Now let's get back. Let me go to Grand Theft Auto. Now, I got with Grand Theft Auto. I got interested with Grand Theft Auto when they came out with San Andreas. The whole theme was based on people of my color, and our swag and all that other shit, attitude, our dialogue. Not dialogue, but our way of talking. And it's like, as I was playing that, I was like, man, they need to come up with a game that combines, like the aspects of San Andreas, where you can just drive around the whole map without a loading scene. You know what I'm saying? You can, and then the part of being able to drive a car, customize cars, and take photos, save photos, things like that, and then take the Sims universe and be able to control what your sim does day by day. The multitasking of its health, of its of its livelihood, of the needs. You know what I'm saying? As far as eating, using the bathroom, learning stuff, getting rest, all that kind of good stuff. It's like 6 to 8 different elements of the game that you gotta keep in check in order to keep your Sims happy. Plus the building aspect of building your homes, terraforming the land, and just being real creative with it. All right. And now with Grand Theft Auto, it's gone through. I don't know how many, like six or seven different Grand Theft Auto titles. By the time they're It's 2020, and it's GTA 5. Um, I know I said 6 or 7, but I think there's more GTA games that was not numbered. I think, but it's like with GTA 5, modders are just using the platform and coming up with their own thing. It's like you can go to 5M and you can see that people have used the platform, the map, the animals, the characters, but they've added in their own twist of different rules of what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Some be like, it is complete role play on 5M. I mean, you can't kill somebody now unless you have a role playing reason to kill that person. You know what I mean? The cops can't mess with you now unless there is a role playing reason for the cops to mess with you. And each different world that is listed on 5M has different rules. Some are similar rules, but they're different in their own way. So, for a person that wants to get into a role playing aspect, you can go to 5M. Bruffy 1322 does nothing but race. He loves racing. He and his crew, they race vehicles. Well, they go to 5M, and there's different worlds where they can just create racing circuits, meaning like different racing tracks using the GTA 5 platform, the map, the mountains, the cities, the streets, the vehicles. They've also gotten with another party that that modifies different vehicles. So the number of vehicles that you can use is like, I think there's 500 or 600 vehicles that they can use altogether, to which maybe 200 of those vehicles, no, to which maybe 400 of those vehicles are not available on Grand Theft Auto. Plain and simple. It's cool as hell. Now, when I think about combining The Sims and Grand Theft Auto together, I ran across Second Life. Now, Second Life is a PC platform. You can't you can't find it on console at all. The Sims and Grand Theft Auto 5 is on console and PC, but Second Life is PC by itself, and it's a 3D platform. And a lot of people, it's been out since 2013, and a lot of businesses have gone to Second Life to use that 3D aspect to sit back and have meetings, global meetings, where a person would, create an avatar and sit in front of other people, as far as other avatars, with people behind the scene of that avatar, and they would have their meetings. It reminds me of what was that Sylvester Stallone movie? Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, when they froze them and brought them back, and Sylvester had to hunt down Wesley Snipes. Anyway, there's a scene in that movie where the bad guy is having a conference call in a conference room, and the cameras are on the head of the chairs, basically representing the head of a person that would be sitting in a chair. And the chairs and the cameras moved around as though, a person was sitting there. So, I mean, it was cool as hell. You gotta check it out. I forgot what it was called. But The Sims, I was like, okay, you can drive your cars, you can buy cars, drive them, you can buy homes, you can have kids. The behind Second Life is you can do anything you cannot do in real life in Second Life. There's people with disabilities who can't do a lot of stuff in real life, but they can do it on Second Life. Talking about swimming, flying, being whatever kind of character you want to be, whether you want to be a dragon, you know what I'm saying? So it has a very fantasy base to it, has a very fetish base, a level of kink, you know what I'm saying? So it's very adult. And when I say kink, I mean kink. I mean real deep sexual kink. You know what I'm saying? They also have a very big level for PG. Parental, with the level of having kids, raising kids. There are adults that will get a child avatar just to help somebody else with their experience on Second Life. It's wild. I mean, it's wild, it's crazy, it's sexy, it's cool, it's refreshing, but it's one of those things where you can be whatever you want to be, and you can be whoever you want to be on there. I've been on there for, this is 2020. I've been on there for about 7 years. I say about 7 years, and it's been out for a lot longer than that. Maybe I think it came out in 2005, something like that. But I've been a security guard. I opened up my own art museum. I've had my own islands and opened it up to the public for nude beaches. I've had sex halls, meaning like areas on my land where you can just fornicate, you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's an all adult, themed island, so people can teleport in and out, do what they want to do with whoever they want to. There's people who cheat. There's people who stay monogamous. You know what I'm saying? There's, the whole homosexual level. There's the whole heterosexual level. So whenever I thought about, the aspect of blending The Sims and Grand Theft Auto together, then that's when I ended up finding Second Life, and I was like, man, it was crazy, sexy, cool, period. You know what I mean? I'm still on there. I log in and be AFK and be on YouTube or watching movies or chilling with my family. You know what I'm saying? I just leave my avatar parked somewhere. You know what I mean? And I just, I'll click back and forth. As a matter of fact, I'm not lying. Like right now. Boom. There I am, chilling out with my bestie. All right? So it's like she and I both are doing other things, but our avatars are logged in and they're just sitting there waiting for us to interact with them. And it's like a lot of times, majority of the times we play games like it's called cheesy, but it's much like Sorry. How you get your 4 pegs out of the home, you take them all the way around the board up into the finishing point, but you have 3 other colors, 3 other opponents that are going to try to land on your space where your tab is, and send it back to the beginning. You got to roll a 5 to get it out. You know what I'm saying? So it is cool as hell. There's games like Greedy, there's Monopoly, there's Clue, there's all kind of games on there. There's a level of gambling. No, I'm not gonna say a level. There's gambling on there to where if your state doesn't allow gambling, it affects your Second Life because your IP, and it's like you can't gamble on Second Life if you can't gamble in your state. It's something else. It's really something else. as far as making money on there, there's people who create content like clothes, hair, accessories for your avatar, and they put it on a marketplace for sale, and you can take the money from that and transfer it into US dollars. So there's people that have made money on there, and you can sit back and you can look on YouTube for a lot of the videos of a lot of the success stories. As a matter of fact, YouTube has a lot of videos of success stories about Second Life period, about relationships, marriages, people who meet each other in real life. It's just because they met each other on Second Life, businesses that that was able to make a big income, artists who went from like YouTube to Second Life to venues in real life to being, it's all kind of stories of success about people who couldn't do something in real life, but they went to Second Life and did it and became famous within Second Life, and then out of word of mouth back into real life. This is cool as hell. Now the fourth game that I want to mention is 7 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die is the best survival crafting game out there. There's other games out there where you have to survive the elements, survive, the animals, survive the AI. There's other games out there where you gotta survive, plus fight zombies or aliens or whatever. And then there's some games where you just gotta go and craft. Crafting means chop down some wood, chop down some trees, get some plants, and craft some items that you might need. Get some rocks, craft some items that you might need. Well, 7 Days to Die has taken all those elements and allowed you to play with your own difficulty level. You know what I'm saying? As far as how many zombies do you want? Do you want the max of 64 zombies, or do you want the the minimum of 8 zombies? Like every 7 days, there's going to be a horde that comes to find you that wants to wreck your shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll tear through your defenses just to get to you. Okay? Or you can play like I play, and this game is also on PC and console. Now the console version, the first version, they had to stop doing updates because they got with Telltale, and Fun Pimps is the ones that are the developers for 7 Days to Die. But Telltale helped them with their console version. Telltale has is a developing title of their own, and they have a lot of other games on different platforms as well, and they're good games. A lot of people like their games, but for some reason, Fun Pimps and Telltale just didn't work out, and they had to do legal stuff and all that kind of stuff. But the next level of Xboxes, the next generation of Xboxes and PlayStations should have a new 7 Days to Die game that starts with the next generation. So a lot of us that play the console are just sitting here trying to wait for this moment to happen. And in the meantime, a lot of us are still playing the console, and a lot of us have started playing the PC version. Now the PC version has been doing updates since the beginning. It started off on PC. This is the only game that allows you to go back down the updates, like from the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh update. You can just go on there and choose which update you want to play. This for free. It's the only game that I know that does that, and that's the coolest. That's cool. It's cool as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're playing 7 Days to Die, your first day, you're excited. You want to find your first trader. You want to find the first town. You want to get settled in. and you want to start accumulating points to start leveling up, so in that way you can start opening up more perks, so that your character can do a lot more things. And one of the best things about it is you can break down damn near everything on this game. Like that building back there, you can break that building down for all of its resources, whether it's stone, clay, iron, plastics, mechanical parts, glass, and then you can take all those resources and turn it into something else, like a motorcycle, 4x4, weapons, other building material. Is great. Like the ground that they're standing on, you can use a pickaxe or a stone axe and dig down into that and use those materials. Use those resources for something else. Those zombies there, they keep updating the zombies to make them harder and smarter. Nowadays, you can go swing at one of them and it'll duck by some clumsy movement. And then there you go. You go to aim at them with your gun, and they're the way that they walk, I have them sway and duck past those bullets. It's cool as hell. It's very cool. The graphics, great. They're very great. If your computer can handle it, then you'll get a very clear picture. You'll be able to see the wind blowing in the trees. You'll be able to see, the wind blowing across the metal, in a certain degree. I take that back. They don't have that aspect of flowing meadows. But the graphics on it is very clear, very nice. Like I said, you can set the difficulties to where you want. I'm playing 3 different PC levels, PC worlds, just because I want to open up the map and see what's all on the maps. And for each of those PC worlds, I don't have a horde night. I'm just playing day to day to day, day by day by day. You know what I'm saying? Surviving day by day. There's a level to the game that a person can play if they choose to, where it's permadeath, where once you die, you got to scrap that world and generate a whole new world and start all over again, starting from scratch. It's cool as hell. You got some people that play on one map for up to 300 something days, 400 something days, 500 something days, 600 something days, and all they do is build, kill, build, kill and build, kill and build. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool ass game. Now, between these 4 games, it is enough content on these games to overflood your hobby time. You know what I'm saying? You sit back and you're like, I'm only gonna play like 20-30 minutes of it, but you get into it and you're playing damn near an hour to 2 hours. Trust me, I know. I'll sit back and be like, man, I'm gonna play enough to give me some video footage, some game footage for a couple of videos. Next thing you know, whenever I look down at at my file, at the rough whatever OBS records, and I'll see that I had played for maybe an hour and a half, hour 40, hour 17 minutes to 2 hours, 2 hour 13 minutes, and it's like, damn, time flew by. It's like sitting there watching the sun, go from that 3 o'clock time to in my eyes as it's going across the sky to like 4 or 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? To where the sky is getting darker. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but it's fun. These 4 games right here, I suggest anybody to check them out. There's no specific links that I can leave for them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I can leave the titles in the description, so that way you can check out the titles. But like I say, Grand Theft Auto 5. If you go to 5M, you'll find a whole bunch of other worlds that you can role play in. As a matter of fact, I would say go to, stay on YouTube and just look up Grand Theft Auto 5M. And it'll give you enough information to where you can branch off of that and research on your own, the different ways that you can interact with, 5M. Now, as far as Grand Theft Auto, the game, man, I don't even play the game very much. If anything, I'll log in just so that it remembers that I'm playing it here and there. You know what I'm saying? And just won't cut my account or some shit. I don't know. But I like to get on there and customize vehicles. And I have maybe 8 or 9 different garages that's full of cars, vehicles that I customized, was able to customize. It takes money, and when you get tired of playing the game, then you get tired of earning money that way. You can buy cards, they got money cards, but it's like, fuck Rockstar. You know what I'm saying? Why, why get them richer? You know what I'm saying? They got so many damn flaws to the game. It's something else. There's a lot of reasons why you can get mad at the game and just be like, fuck that game. But there's so many reasons to stay on the game and play these different mods. If you learn how to modify the game through the files and stuff, you have an excellent time. Excellent time. There's a lot of people who do role play, like I say, where they're like towing vehicles around for money, or they're living a life to where they gotta work. You know what I'm saying? It's cool as hell, man. The Sims, like I say, you go on there and you have as much fun as you can with these avatars. Play God all you want. You know what I mean? With 2, 3 of them at a time, one at a time. Add your pet to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like me. I miss one of my dogs, and when I'm gonna get to a certain point where I'm gonna go and adopt a dog on the gameplay that I'm doing now. So I mean, it's fun shit, man. These are my 4 favorite games. Thank you for watching. I know I've talked a lot, but I'm trying to get a lot of information out there for you. All I can say is take these titles, go on YouTube, look up these titles, and branch off of whatever you can branch off of as you scroll down the videos and see what all you can do. And have as much fun as you can. Alright? So I'm out. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your morning. Enjoy your afternoon. Peace.